Hello, I'm Veronique Scorer, Head of Pictures here at Dawsons, and I'm joined by my colleague Matt Coles. I've invited Matt to explore some of Lowry's works before deciding which is his most famous. I hope he agrees. So Matt, I wanted to begin by exploring a little bit about who Lowry was. Lawrence Stephen Lowry was born in 1887 in Stretford, Lancashire. Lowry was really hardworking, producing over 1,000 oil paintings and many more drawings in his lifetime. His work is a most comprehensive record of pre- and post-war industrial town scenes.
Okay, Vero, so Lowry's most famous work, what are you going to start with?
Well, I've decided to build up to it, so we're going to start with this 3 men and a cat. Originally an oil painting from 1963, it was later released as a lithograph in 1971. It's a brilliant snapshot of how Lowry portrayed people. We don't really know. We're left to wonder what is going on here. You know, do they know each other? Are they just sort of random on the street? Who does the cat belong to? I love the cat. He's sort of looking straight out at the viewer as well, which is a really nice touch. And the figures themselves also each have a different personality. So,
And what's lovely about this lithograph is you have to remember that it is a print, but you can see the brushstrokes very clearly in this as well. It still has that painterly quality to it, which is a gorgeous thing to have.
Okay, Matt, so what have you got in response to this one?
Okay, so I have got another lithograph from 1970, which is of a family going off for a walk. We have a family here, all dressed. I'm guessing it's probably a Sunday. They're walking to the park. Plenty of other Lowry pictures of the pond and parks and recreation. So it's a little hint of what's going to come in some of his other works, perhaps. You'll notice, like with your print, how there is no variation in light. It's all very flat. There's no shadows. It's all very isolated. There's nothing around them. And it's all concentrating very much on the family. And that's why I like this print.
Yes, no, I like this one. It's got a really nice feel about it. And I love the little cheeky chappy poking his head round.
Yes.
I think he's going to be up to some mischief later on.
Absolutely.
Okay, so not a bad start. But Lowry is best known for depicting crowd scenes in an urban landscape. So with that in mind, this is our next one. Thank you.
So Vera, what makes this print a more special one than the two we've already seen?
Right, so the original oil painting was painted in 1965, and this lithograph was then reproduced later in 1974. What makes this perhaps better than the other two is there's many more figures, and there's lots more happening. I love it for the variety. You've got some sort of men wearing hats, some maybe going to work with these guys here with their bowler hats on, and then right in the middle is this man holding a child who isn't looking particularly happy, I would say, but pretty much everyone else is ignoring what's going on in the centre there, just going around their daily lives. And again, you've got some dogs here. So I love the way that Lowry often introduces sort of domestic animals into his scenes as well. Just makes it really very realistic, doesn't it? And everyday.
So we know how Lowry was fascinated with the industrial landscape, and he was obviously brought up in a park setting when he was younger, in a much nicer area, and moved to the industrial part of Manchester. But he was obviously fascinated by the individuals that he saw there, and very much they are individuals in this picture, aren't they? You've got the kids playing down here, and this looks like a young family here, but they're all completely disjointed from each other, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he did have a genuine affection for the people around him as well, and you can really see that coming through in this. Okay, so Matt, your turn. What have you got that could improve on this one?
Okay, well, let's take this one off. Now, so far we've looked at Lowry's figures and how he's very distinctive about how he paints them, but we haven't really seen any of his figures that a lot of people know as matchstick men. and also his industrial scenes, which kind of go together. So what I have here is a print called Mill Scene or Street Scene with Mill. You have the very typical Lowry figures that everybody knows about. You have the industrial mill pooling out smoke, and it's very much indicative of that kind of pre and post-war industrial scene that he was surrounded by. And this is what everyone would expect a Lowry picture to look like.
So I think part of the appeal for me is that it's a quintessentially British urban landscape, but really probably doesn't exist anymore. So there's an element of nostalgia there as well, isn't there?
Yes, to an extent. I mean, the mills are still there to an extent, but obviously they're either empty or they're being reused as apartments or offices. I mean, you won't see any of the chimneys anymore, and all the grey smoke in the sky. So yes, to a certain extent, there's a certain historical element to it for a modern collector. Yeah, for me, this is a better print because there's more going on and there's more context to it to the previous ones that we've seen.
Well, I do agree, Matt, but I have to admit I have saved a bit of a trump card for the final one, which is, if you want to swap around, is Going to the Match, which
I will very much help you with.
it's his 1972 lithograph after the oil painting. Now, this is probably Lowry's most famous work because, yes, it combines the crowds, the people, some industry up here in the background, and then obviously the leisure element of people streaming towards a football match. In Going to the Match, Lowry incorporates imaginary elements and draws on various symbols from his unique vocabulary, making it both realistic and abstract in one image. It's actually based on the Bolton Wanderers football club that was located in Burndon Park, a ground he visited in his early years. Former PFA chief executive Gordon Taylor said it is quite simply the finest football painting ever, which I think probably everyone would agree on. It's a really, really famous image. So Matt, do you agree this is the best Lowry?
Well, yes, I have to, really, don't I? I mean, it has everything. It has the football match, it has the industry, it has the figures, all leading into the turnstiles. It's just a fabulous picture.
So there you have it. Lowry's most famous work goes to Going to the Match. Let us know what you think in the comments. All 5 prints will be coming up in our auction of fine paintings, prints and sculptures on the 29th of July. The sale starts at 11 BST. We hope you can join us.